No,
No?
I'm older than him by a little bit.
Okay, y'all
A
are both
couple
18?
months.
Y'all
Yeah.
are both 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's then you know what, because you're only 18. If everything was ideal for you, would you prefer a man that was taller than you?
Taller, yeah.
Would you prefer a man that was stronger than you physically?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that had more world experience than yourself?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that earned more money than you?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that was more confident, more ambitious than yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So see how everything that you want is more? That's why I say women are less, because women don't want someone on their level. They prefer someone typically that's superior to them in every way. Now, I'm not saying that to say that women are less, as in men are better than women. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that women want a superior man. The man needs to be able to lead and he has to have certain levels of competence. So the reason why I say women deserve less is because we live in a day and age now where, quite frankly, a lot of women are entitled and they want a man that's top 1% a lot of times, and they don't necessarily qualify for that man. So, it's kind of a funny title, ha ha ha, why women deserve less. And if you look at the title, right, it has money as the L, relationships or like our engagement ring for marriages, social media, and then time. And the reason why I say that is because most guys, when they date women, give up these 4 things to a ridiculous level to women that don't appreciate them. I'm not saying give women less. I'm saying give women less that don't reciprocate, that you give more. So that's what it is.
So you should deserve it.
Thank you. And because the thing is that, right, it used to be, right, in the days of chivalry, traditional, what we were talking about before, a man can be nice to a woman, be a gentleman, do all these things, give a girl flowers, etc. on a first date. And women used to appreciate and respect that. But in today's day and age, women will look at him and be like, he's boring. He's a pussy. Like, women don't really respect nice guys like that. I always say chivalry's dead and women killed it. Nice guys finished last. Why are these things been lasting for the past? It's actually been like rising as feminism has gotten stronger and stronger, because women don't respect nice guys a lot of times, especially when they make their own money, they have their own status, etc. They need excitement. And unfortunately, guys that are bad boys, guys that are better than them in everything, are able to provide that excitement.
Or
That's why I say women deserve less.
What's the agenda? Why are you being so nice to me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
sure.
I feel like they
Merch.
just, every man wants the same thing at the end of the day. When you first approach a woman, like, you want pussy. Like, that's because you're not,
Hello.
you're not attracted
Yeah.
to someone. You're not going to approach someone you're not attracted to. That's like the way of life. That's what we do. We're humans. Okay. So keep it real, is what I'm saying. Don't be manipulative. Don't be fake nice. When at the end of the day, someone who keeps it real and is straight up and blunt is probably going to have a better chance of having a date rather than someone who's nice and this, then, the third, whatever.
Do
Sweet.
you date men?
Do I date men?
Yeah.
I've had a bad experience, so I can't really say I've had a man, but I have a dad, so I know what a man is supposed to be like. So I've dated niggas, but men, no, I can't say that.
Okay.
Wow.
Have you
I just
dated?
caught it.
Have you dated women as a man?
Have I dated women as a man? No.
You know what's funny? You said earlier, why can't they be truthful from the very beginning?
Yeah.
Can I answer a question?
Yeah.
Let's play a scenario here real quick, right? Let's say you're a woman and I'm the man. And I tell you, for example, you know what? You're kind of cute, but you're kind of annoying. I just want to fuck. How would you respond to that?
Depending on my level of attraction to that man, it may or may not work.
So notice, right? It may or may not work. Versus, I can say what you want to hear and get the box. And then from there, it's off to the races. So notice, one scenario, probably won't get anything. Second scenario, say what you want, I get what I want. So as a man, for the most part, they're going to say what they need to say to get a box. So ideally, that'll be best. But for the most part, girls, I'm not going to respond to that very well. Some might, but most won't.
But don't you think that's manipulative?
In a way, makeup is too.
Yeah, of course.
Because
I
think we are manipulative.
I'm saying in a sense, if some women are wary of men being nice because it could be a tactic. It's some people can be nice for a couple months and then get what they want and they can change dramatically.
I agree, and I think for most women, what they hate the most is when men are inconsistent. However, once again, if that's your concern, wait it out, see where he's at, because I'm telling you right now, he's gonna show his colors when he's not getting the pussy. So I think at some point he's gonna either dip or show his true colors. So
it's good advice. But yeah, I mean, I tell guys all the time to be honest with women and tell them what their intentions are. But what I've come to realize is that there's 2 problems with this. The first problem is that women typically don't handle the truth well. And the second problem is that most guys don't have the sexual market value or the attractiveness, because you mentioned if he's hot enough, right? Let's be honest here. What percentage of men actually are hot enough to tell you that blunt truth?
Ooh.
Probably little to none, right? Maybe like the 1% of guy that's maybe a celebrity, maybe 6'5", perfect teeth, whatever it may be, right? So
Myron.
most guys, no, I'm 6'3". I'm not tall enough. So the problem is that most guys don't have the sexual market value or attractiveness to be painfully blunt and honest with women. So most guys have to sell a dream to be able to get their dream, right? Is what it is.
Have to.
So, and then did you find out what that contradiction was?
Yeah.
What
So
was it? Go
for
ahead.
me, it's the cheating thing. Like again,
Cheating.
Okay.
yeah,
sure.
like I don't want a man who cheats. Like I don't care how, but I also don't care about men of high status either. So, but my thing is,
Okay. So you got half the equation correct then.
so, but my thing is here though, you say, okay, women only have sex if they, like when women have sex, it's like more of a feeling. You know what I mean? Like
More
there's
emotional.
a connection, like a real connection versus
Yeah.
guys, it's just like literally physical.
Yeah.
But so then if your man is going out and sleeping with a bunch of women, all these women are going to be like, because they're emotionally having sex with him, obsessed with your man. And that just leads to other things like him leaving you for her just because,
Well,
or like you fighting a bunch of girls, or it just, I feel like it gets messy that way.
that's true. But the evil part of this, and I wish it wasn't this way, is that women respect you when they fight for you. And I would argue that's when they respect you the most is when they have to fight for you.
Yep.
Because let's be honest here. I mean, you said it earlier. I love that you said that. A woman's life is significantly easier than a man's.
That's facts.
And the hardest part of a woman's life, a lot of the times, is retaining a man. Attracting the man is easy. Be beautiful, don't be a pain in the ass. He'll probably talk to you. But retaining the man is probably going to be the hardest thing that you do in your life. And I would say what's easy is not respected, but what comes hard is almost always respected and treasured. And a woman is going to treasure a man that she has to fight for, and she's going to respect it a lot more because she's going to say, damn, he picked me. I better not fuck this up.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
If it's
Yeah.
too easy, then what's the point?
And if you know what you bring to the table, you should be confident enough to know that he won't leave you for.
Closer to the mic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So if you know what you bring
Move
to
it
the
around if you need to. So like if you're talking to her like that, move it there. There you go. Go ahead.
if you know what you bring to the table, you should be confident enough to know that your man is not gonna leave you. Worship him, clean for him, cook for him, and he will stay with you. And no matter how many chicks he have during the night, he will come back home to you. In my
Wow.
opinion.
Oh,
I
sure.
mean,
W Spain.
But you did bring up a valid concern. You said, hey, well, I'm not looking for a high value guy. Cool. That actually solves half the problem because as you deal with more and more average men, the likelihood, or I would argue, the likelihood goes down because their ability to cheat on you goes down. So a lot of the times, more average men or guys that aren't as sexually desirable are monogamous out of necessity.
That's facts.
So so that's good in your favor because then you go ahead and you start to get leverage in the relationship. But the problem is that typically when women have leverage in the relationship, what happens? They get bored.
but like, I mean, when I say I don't want to